Hi there, viewer. How are you doing today? Welcome to the collective reading, and this is going to be from Monday, the 10th of June through to the 16th of June. And we're going to have a look at the astrology. It's a much calmer week this week. So we're going to just have a brief look at the astrology just to explain some of the transits and some of the energies that's at play. We've got a potential kind of foggy energy. We're transitioning from a mental energy more into a rooting, emotional-led energy with the Gemini going into Cancer energy. So we've got a lot of Gemini, a lot of mental, a lot of knowledge, a lot of intellect energy happening for everybody at the moment in the collective. So going to go through just some of that because it might be impacting particularly your personal relationships or your like day-to-day activity. So very personalized energy around at the moment. So we'll talk briefly about that and then jump straight into the reading. And I will put a timestamp in the description box below if you'd rather just jump straight into that. So we have the sun still in Gemini. The sun moves into Cancer on the 20th, so next week. And we have Mercury entering Cancer on the 17th of June, so just at the start of next week, just the day after this reading. But there is going to be some kind of lead up, build up energy where we're coming away from the headspace, which is our Gemini, into the heart space. So we're moving away from daily interaction energy and mental energy into into our inner world, into how we get rooted, how we're grounded, our sense of security, our sense of home. This could be impacting family as well with the fourth house link. And we're looking at a couple of different aspects here. We've got Venus at play. So Venus is conjunction Mercury as it goes into Cancer. And this type of energy will be moving into the heart from the head. So we had a lot of that last week with a lot of the readings, and a lot of June actually is about choosing heart space over head space, but particularly with using the headspace to take action. So using our inner wisdom, using that feminine energy, that yin energy, and then moving into the yang energy, into that masculine, into the action driving forward energy for all of us. And that is really coming into a fullness this week with the transitions moving from Gemini into Cancer, and we'll be seeing that this week and next week most likely. Most of the energy we've got is direct, so most of the planets are direct. We've got Saturn in retrograde at the moment, which is currently in the sign of Pisces. And we also have, when Mercury enters Cancer, we've got a aspect with Neptune, which is a kind of a harder, more challenging aspect. And that is potentially going to bring up some kind of unclear or foggy thoughts or feelings or emotions, or just the experience of being in a very unclear state or a very foggy state, particularly with something you're thinking about or you can't get past, can't kind of solve a problem or solve something to completion. We have, with the Neptune energy, it rules our 12th house. So everything that's hidden, subconscious, it's also illusion and fantasy. So if you find yourself daydreaming a lot, if you find yourself having particularly active dreams, there could be some messages in there in terms of solutions to problems. There could be like a pattern that is identified, like a pattern, behavior pattern in you that comes through in a dream. So there could be a few different aspects here, but it's very personal. It's going to be very, how this shows in the physical is going to be very different for everybody because it's very personal moving energy. And of course, where it shows in your astrology chart. So let's get into the reading now, viewer, and see where this is going to be impacting your life and what kind of themes are going to be coming up with you, with people, particularly with people around you in your close environment, but the collective at large. So what kind of themes are we looking at for the collective and the viewer, please, Spirit? Okay, let's see. We have education, expand your right brain creativity. This is very Gemini energy. Very Gemini energy. The third house, which Gemini rules, is all about early education. And ninth house is higher education. And we've just had the full moon in Sagittarius, which is all around all around, a part of that energy is higher education. But there's something about learning, absorbing knowledge. It feels like there's something we're learning to do to make a change or to make a shift, because we're coming into a shift energy as we approach this week and next week. So there could be something that you're learning, could be that you're thinking about learning something, or you are currently in education or doing a course or in some kind of education, or perhaps you're teaching in education. But this is about expanding your right brain creativity. It's about expanding how you tap into your sense of absorbing knowledge, creation, and expansion of that. And we've got free energy, be a powerhouse. Beautiful. This is about the flow of energy. So if you're into sacred geometry, something around sacred geometry for you. But if you're not, this is about you being an absolute powerhouse. This is about you pulling energy in and grounding it. We're moving into that Cancer energy, which is all about rooting our energy, but also being able to pull up energy and open up into the spiritual realms. And this is the flow of energy through you and being able to push that out. If you're involved, or you resonate, or you enjoy like shamanic journeying, higher, upper world, middle world, lower world, it's that type of access that is going to be kind of uh, it's going to come together. Like you're going to have, you're going to be able to move freely between different dimensions if that's something that you are involved in or you enjoy. Crystalline light body, build your crystalline Merkaba. So this is about being in the ultimate physical state for enlightenment to happen. So there could be something to do with, I think it's silica. Obviously, look, for some of you, this might not resonate at all, but there's something cellular with retaining energy in your body, in your cells, as well as being in alignment with your chakra energy. We'll look at any stuck chakra energy as well, actually, because this has come out. This is being in a state, in a physical, pure, cleansed state for enlightenment. There's something to do with yoga here as well for some of you, yoga pathway. If you are a yogi, or even just interested. And we've got dragons. Send dragons to heal the world. This is really very powerful. So we're getting ready for like an enlightenment energy, for this rooting of enlightenment energy going into Cancer energy. So this is the preparation before we are in that state, and we have this send dragons to heal the world. So we are a powerhouse that we can connect to all realms, all energies. And for some, it particularly if you have a strong Pisces energy, or if you have strong water energy in your chart and you find that you absorb energy very quickly but it doesn't flow, if you absorb people's energy and it gets stuck with you, or you just lose energy and it doesn't get refilled, if there's something happening with merging with other people's energy, we might all have that this week because of the 12th house energy, well, the Neptune energy, and some of this Pisces energy. We've got Neptune in Pisces and Saturn in Pisces. So there could be some understanding around how we're using our energy and the cycle of our energy. Also how we're replenishing. So being a powerhouse doesn't mean you have to then use all of your energy. If you have lots and lots of energy, this is about working with the flow of energy in the moment. And it doesn't mean that you need to use all of that energy on your own. I feel like a lot of you might send healing out to the world yourself. And the with the dragon's energy, this is the like the almost like the rainbow of chakra points. This is the rainbow bridge. This is the transformation of energy. This is the transmutation of energy. Very interesting. I do feel a sacred geometry for a lot of you with this. Either just like learning about it, and this could be even like we'll take a look at where this is impacting or where this might be showing up in your life. But if you are looking at redecorating, if you're looking at anything to do with your physical environment, physical objects, or in any way, it could be to do with the shapes that you use, what you put into your physical environment. Something about jewelry making as well for someone. That's going to be very specific. But spirits just show me homemade jewelry, in particular sacred geometry shapes. So that's something for someone maybe out there. Okay, there is something very powerful about the shapes that we wear around, and the energy that is attached to our physical objects, our personal possessions. Let's have a look where this might be appearing in the collective and how it's connected to your life. So we've got 7th house relationships. So this is romantic relationships or business partnerships, perhaps. So something around partnerships. So this energy, the energy around the this free energy, this flow of energy, the healing around something, and this getting ready for enlightenment. And also with this crystalline light body, we also have this marriage of feminine masculine. So if partnerships doesn't resonate for you, it could be impacting your seventh house in some way, or a planet in your seventh house. Perhaps Libra energy, if neither of those resonate. But there's something around your energy of relationships, your openness of relationships, but also the balance of masculine feminine. So I feel like for everybody, this is the balance of masculine feminine, and it's how that's appearing in your relationships. So this isn't necessarily colleagues, work colleagues. This is like longer term, more committed relationships. But oh no, that's the wrong way around. And something about them being in balance, because Libra rules our seventh house, but it might also, of course, appear in different places in your chart. And we've got Vesta Hearth. This is the flame within. This is the energy where we go to. This is something that's outside of us. This is something that we tap into in order to gain wisdom, insight, the connection, the understanding. It's like the flame that's burning needs to be purified. And this could be appearing in partnerships for some of you. There's something, let's see what else. Sun source. It's like your source energy. So the sun, you might have your sun in Gemini or Cancer this week. But this is to do with shining in our brightest light. This is about having a pathway that really ignites our sense of purpose, where we really come to life, where we really shine out into the world. This is also about allowing the light to shine on us in our authentic self, in our partnerships. And we've got Chiron here. A Chiron currently in Aries retrograde. Oh, can't remember if Chiron might be direct. No, I think it's retrograde. I'll put that in the description box. I've just had a blank. So Chiron is our wounded healer. It's where we carry our deepest wound. So wherever Chiron is appearing in your chart, and it won't appear as a planet, you'll have to select Chiron to appear on the chart, perhaps. And it's like a circle with a little cow. It's this one. It's this symbol here, because it's not one of the most familiar ones, but it is one of the most powerful. So when we understand where our Chiron placement is, we can understand where we are, where we carry our deepest wound, and we can understand what we need in order to nurture, to integrate that wound. And because quite often this wound is what we help other people with. It's kind of the pathway of the wounded healer. So there's something around healing. This could be appearing in your relationships somehow. It doesn't have to be Chiron in your seventh house at all, but the wound energy of Chiron, wherever that appears for you, happening or being shown or being raised to the surface in your relationships. Or it could be to do with how you are worried about being yourself with other people because of the sun energy here. And there is a kind of fear of your own power type energy at play. There's a few different layers here, and we've got Jupiter abundance. Nice. So Jupiter's currently in Gemini direct. So there's a really abundant energy that has been with everybody in the collective for the last few weeks. Jupiter's very recently, in the last couple of weeks, gone from Gemini into gone from Taurus into Gemini. Going the other way, it's backwards. This is about something coming to fruition, something being fruitful, something being more than you expected, something feeling very expansive, really positive energy. It's like once you realize that this wound won't hold you back, and it doesn't have any impact on who you are and what you are capable of, and how you can ignite this light, this energy, this source, this wisdom, this higher level wisdom, and perhaps in relationship energy, with business or with romantic partnerships, something really comes to life here. Wonderful. Okay, let's have a look at, where are we going now, Spirit? pathway. Okay, we're here. Let's have a look at pathway. So where specifically might this be appearing, or what do we need to know about this journey? We've got a lot of healing this week. Like, it's like getting ready for, this is like the light warrior energy. This is getting ready to be in your pure light body, like your spiritual mission. It's getting ready for that. Oops. Okay. I feel like that was oh, we've got spark. Yeah. Um, this was me. This is, I think, what Spirit wanted to show, but as always, I am messing up the table. So let me just put this back so that you can see, viewer. Sorry. There we go. So we've got Mountain and Spark. This is about finding that spark, that something that really feels pleasurable, something that feels in flow. There's something about being in flow with the action that you take this week. And it's to do with something creative. It's to do with something, because we've got the creative education here. It's like, and we can see someone playing the violin here. And this is like something, the music is coming from the heart, but it's being expressed through the violin. And that's the kind of education. Some of you might be learning a musical instrument as well, perhaps even with this coming up. There's a spark of passion that arises. And with this mountain energy, this feels very linked to the Chiron energy. So it's like something that is immovable. Something is immovable that you can get around. You can absolutely go around this mountain. You can go right to the top of the mountain, the ascension of the mountain of your spiritual pathway, with all of this spiritual enlightenment energy coming up for you, because you're getting ready for that. It's like you're nearly at the top of the mountain, but the top of the mountain isn't the goal. The top of the mountain is your expression and your realization of how far you've come. But it's like something that maybe feels immovable. You realize how to get past that. A light shines on that this week. Okay, it's like the sun comes out from behind the clouds. I feel like that's there because that feels like both of these, and this feels like both of these. What else do we need to know this week, Spirit? What else do we need to know for collective energy? It could be somebody around you has this energy as well, but I feel like it's going to connect to you somehow quite strongly and influence you or impact you. Wizard of Awareness. Yeah, this is the magician energy for me. There's a there's a magic there's a magic that is brewing inside of you, and there's a awareness where you're starting to see with your third eye, and you're starting to see with your heart space, your energy space. You're starting to read energy almost more than reading words, and it's like that taps you into higher levels of wisdom. Okay, and if you already do that very on quite a deep level, it's going to kick up a notch even further. Okay, what else do we have this week? What else is happening, please, for the viewer and the collective around? So a lot of this energy is going to be appearing in your day-to-day activity, things you've been working on day-to-day, something you've been thinking about day-to-day, something that is appearing quite regularly. Okay, perhaps involving siblings for some because of the Gemini energy, but that's not going to be for everybody. We've got moonlight. So we've got the sun and the moon. This is going within and gaining the wisdom because of the Neptune Pisces energy that we've got at play this week as well. And this really feels like it's impacting people on quite a personal level this week. There's a deep dive, like taking time out for yourself in this deep dive energy, being able to have your own space and gain wisdom from what feels dark, what feels like it's in illusion, what feels foggy, what feels like it's in the subconscious, and bringing that into the light, connecting the two together. Okay. Let's have a look at the tarot and see what we need to know about this energy. What else do we need to know about this energy for the viewer, please? We will have a look at this chakra energy as well, and for any blocks. Spirit just reminded me. Okay. Let's have a look how this is playing out this week. Sorry, there we go. I'm going to sticky tape these to the table next time. Okay, so it's going to happen. Whatever's happening, whatever change, whatever realization, whatever conclusion is coming, it's going to happen very quickly. Okay, it's going to happen very quickly. Could be travel for some with the Jupiter energy, and with this Eight of Wands coming up, it could be travel. Yes, okay. And we have Ace of Swords. Yeah, clarity of mind space. Clarity of mind after a deep dive. Yeah, Tower. I love this. I love that this has come out with Chiron. So the Tower energy, depending on what else obviously is here, it depends on kind of how this energy plays out. But this is something that happens outside of your control. This is very sudden realization, sudden action of something, sudden impact of something. But this is where we start to realize the limitations we've put on ourselves, and we come out of our self-imposed mental prison, perhaps, with this energy of Gemini. It could be something that we are moving away from, that is restricting a relationship, something that's been hidden within a connection with a relationship, a romantic relationship or a business partnership, that all of a sudden we just break away from, the mold that isn't serving us, and we have this freedom and this openness. There's an openness and an expansion with this Tower energy. It's realizing that you are not stuck, you're not restricted, you're not, things don't have to be a certain way, they can be any way that you want them to be in your own unique self. And we've got that with the with like the balance of the light and dark, the masculine, feminine, the polar coming together. But it's like this um the your personal blueprint coming into play. Nice. We've got the Ace of Wands. This is exactly this. It's exactly your spark. This gift, or this sudden pull of desire, passion, excitement, transformation. This is the spark coming, the passion to do something, the desire for something. But it's like, it could be something that's given to you, or it could be something that you have yourself, something you come across. For example, it could be, we said about music earlier, it could be that you hear somebody playing a hangpan, and you say, do you know what, I'd love to do that. And this is the week that you actually take action on it, but you'd never thought about it before. We've got the Five of Pentacles. And we've got, so this is feeling, do you know, I was going to say the Chariot, when we had this, the sun and the moon, the moonlight, the source and the moonlight coming out, I was going to say I feel very strong Chariot energy, just because the Spirit put the image in my head. This is the balance. This is Cancer energy as well. So we're going into Cancer energy. This is where we have learned everything we need to learn from a certain situation, and now we're moving forward to explore the world on our own. This is where we are no longer confined by the restrictions, or so kind of so-called imposed restrictions, whether that's physical, like in our day-to-day life, whether that's just emotional with this Chiron energy, whether that's something that's just something we've just learned behavior in some way, something at school. We're moving away from all of that. There's a wisdom, there's a astrological wisdom in this, there's a cosmos wisdom, and there's a victory, there's a gaining of momentum here. But there's an achievement, there's a spiritual achievement that's been attained. That's where we can see this crystalline light body. We're getting ready for like super ascension. Okay, and okay, Three of Pentacles, doing things in a different way, connecting with different people. This could be spirit wise for some of you, and for others this could be just meeting new people, new soul tribe connections. We've got the devil on the so where we might feel in some kind of illusion, where there's been like conflicts and we're not quite sure, and we just really don't know why we're getting into these kind of conflicts, there's been this devil energy at play. So there's been like habits, or maybe obsessive thoughts. There could be like choices that we're making, but we don't even realize on a subconscious level we're making these choices. That kind of feels like, well, everyone does it this way and this is how it should be done, but that is breaking. And you take some time to go into yourself here and work out what you want to do. It's important to take some time. for yourself. This could be any amount of time that feels right to you, but it's important that that step, I feel like it's really important that that step, we have that step. Let's have a look at chakra energy. Okay, straight away. Third eye chakra, intuition. Intuition is the little tug that pulls you towards your light. So this is about, with the third eye chakra, this is about our dream state. This is about our visions. This is that Neptune energy at play. If you feel, and this might be for some of you, if you're very spiritually led in your day-to-day life, if you meditate or if you speak to spirit, if there's lots of different things in your practice that involve your third eye, connecting with your third eye and your visions and things like that, if for any reason this week you all of a sudden become a bit foggy, don't let that throw you off. That's just what's happening with the astrology, but trust your intuition. It's almost like spirit could be just taking that away for the moment, or just putting like a bit of a fog over it so that you can access different places to be in your energy being, to pick up things, to develop different senses, to be in this Merkaba alignment, this light body alignment. Okay, so there could be something with the third eye here. But I do want to say, if that happens, don't worry about it. I feel like it's very temporary. It's to do with activating another part of your energy body. And we've got shine. Yes, because we've had this sun energy, which is all around shining in your brightest light. You are made of stardust, so keep sparkling. This is really a time to be you, to shine in your brightest light, do what you want to do, have fun, enjoy, be playful. It's not a time to dim. Okay. Okay. And we've got third eye chakra again, trust. Trust your intuition. Is in contact with a higher source of knowing. Yeah, yeah. So we've got the intuition here and the trust. So two third eye chakra blocks. This feels like it's going to be a purposeful block, perhaps by your spirit guides or whatever it is that you resonate with, however you work. There's a purpose in this. And we've got sacral chakra, this creative energy coming out. Oh, creation. The flames of destruction will ignite a rebirth. So we've got the flame here with this hearth energy. We've got this education, this creative energy here. So we're reigniting a spark. We've got the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords. There's clarity that comes in with something that makes you feel very passionate, very excited, very driven. Something that is really from a place of desire, and that's coming this week. Okay, anything that feels blocked, I want to say open up to it. Like be open to anything that feels blocked. Let's have a look at your pathway. What happens after this for the viewer? What happens after this? Let's have a look. Because I mean, whenever we get the tower, we've always got this amazing realization. I quite like the tower energy because it always, regardless of how it appears, and sometimes it can be very challenging, but it always shows us what wasn't right for us. And there's a redirection energy, there's a realization energy, there's this sudden aha moment. And the fact that it comes in so quick, the energy is so fast, there's nothing we can do to kind of hold on. We have to surrender. And there's a beauty in that kind of process. Answering the call, the time is now. This is your spiritual pathway. There's something, a mission. There is a mission energy. There's your North Node energy, or perhaps midheaven energy coming out here. There's answering the call that you have to something that you want to do. And now is the time to be in this free energy space, this openness space, to be answering that call. This is asking yourself what makes you really feel alive, what makes you feel passionate. With all of this sun and this passion energy coming out, unknown territory, you're exactly where you need to be. That's what spirit are trying to tell us, I think, through this reading. You're exactly where you need to be. There is going into the unknown, and that for some of you is going to be something like your energy. So going into the unknown, you're used to working with your third eye chakra for perhaps if you're a medium, or if you have visions for something creative, however you use your gifts. that's going to be, it's just going to be hidden for a little bit so that you can tap into something else, a different part of your energy, because it's like they're developing your skills, but it's going to be unknown. And this could be in any area of life. Where this is going to be impacting relationships, so your relationship energy or something, what's in your seventh house or the energy in your seventh house, it's going into unknown territory in these partnerships. So we're breaking free of things that are restrictive, massively breaking free. We're in this abundant energy, this openness energy. We're in free energy here. And we are aligning up for a really powerful shift. I feel like this is the rest of 2024 energy that will follow you or be with you. And you're exactly where you need to be in relationships, in romantic relationships, business partnerships, in your own personal spiritual journey. Transformation. Wow. A fresh new way of living emerges. I feel like we can leave it there. We won't, because we'll get some more from spirit, but this is like a big transformation, but on a very, very personal level. This is going to affect your day to day. Ascending the mountain, and yes, keep going forward. So we're getting to you're very, very close to getting to the top of that mountain. Very close. You're going to see the light at the end of the tunnel this week. Choosing your path, all is possible. This is so positive. I mean, spirit always give us amazing messages, but it's always what we really need to hear, not necessarily kind of what we want to hear. And sometimes it's quite challenging, the energy we're faced with. But I feel like this week is going to be really positive energy. Okay, let's have a look at some lessons that we are moving away from. What kind of lessons are we moving away from? I want to get one here because I just want to see anything that needs letting go of, perhaps in relationship. Okay, let's have a look at this seventh house partnership, relationships. What is being kind of put to rest in terms of our learning pathway in these relationships? Health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. We've got this crystalline energy that feels very connected to health somehow, like health, vitamins, minerals, food. We have education, so perhaps education in health in some way for some of you. Oops, you can't see that there. Give me 1 second. I'm running out of space. Let's put that there. And what else that's impacting partnerships? So it's also about healthy boundaries. This is about healthy boundaries, healthy habits in relationships, in partnerships, however it resonates for you. Oh, nice. I think this is why Spirit wanted to pick this deck. Purpose and courage. This is North Node energy. We're definitely moving in North Node energy here. So what is being realized is your purpose. I know what I'm here to do. I know where I'm supposed to shine my light. I know how to navigate this moonlight, this darkness, and it's the courage to do all of that. I feel like this courage has been building and building and building, and this week is where you actually realize how much courage you have, exactly what you're made of, exactly what you're capable of. Yeah, this is very amazing. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence, because this is about going into the unknown. We're going into the unknown territory here. But because we're answering the call, because whatever's happening is so strong, it's such a strong call and it's such a purposeful energy. It's like we don't have a choice but to go forward and develop that courage. Okay, let's see what kind of energy spirit want us to tap into this week. What energy should the viewer be tapping into this week, spirit, for this pathway? Okay, we've got the tree of life. So this is the being solid with us going as a collective, going into Cancer energy, and Mercury entering Cancer on the 17th, but also Sun entering Cancer on the 20th of June. It's like being rooted, being completely rooted in your being connected to all things. And this is that Merkaba energy again, this crystalline light body. This is being connected to the spirit realm. This is being connected to the earth, the 3D. So this is the upper world, middle world, lower world. Like our lower world is all about our subconscious, what's hidden, our emotions, and that's coming into play this week with Neptune, with Neptune, Mercury, Saturn, and Pisces energy. Cancer energy and Gemini energy. So there's lots of different like aspects, like quick moving aspects at play. And it's to do with our day to day. It's to do with our inner world. It's to do with things that we are familiar with. And there's a rooting in your own pathway. It's like spirit saying, be rooted, because whatever happens on this journey through this transformation, through this unknown territory, you are going to be okay. And we've got the gatherer. The gatherer is this abundance energy. So the gatherer knows that there's plenty. There is plenty to go around. There's plenty that nature provides. There's plenty. So don't fear not having enough or any kind of lack energy going into the unknown. You will be given exactly what you need. But I feel like you're going to be given more than what you need so that you can share or you can experience something. And we've got the circle. So we've got completion energy. Yeah. Embrace surrendering to the cycle. Okay. And we have the crow and the beloved. Yeah, there's this beloved is this spiritual energy. This is the I always call it the avatar I see you energy. This is the pure, no judgment, no conditions, no restrictions, coming away from anything that feels restrictive, love energy. And that could be appearing in your romantic relationships, that could be appearing in just business relationships, what you do for work. Perhaps what you do for work is creative, with the creative energy here, and this passion energy, this with the swords energy and with the wands energy. There's this is also quite supportive of like business relationships. And we've got the crow, truth. Everything leads to the central point of truth. The core of the truth is the most important thing, but we can still be very aware with this wizard of awareness. We can still be very aware of what's happening around, but ultimately there's one core point of truth. And I feel like that's important to understand, particularly if there's any conflict, any fogginess, any uncertainty that occurs this week. Okay, let's have a look at longer term pathway. So we're going on this amazing journey this week, our purpose journey, answering the call, this purpose, this courage energy. But where is this going to much longer term for us? Where is this going to much longer term? Thank you. I'm going to move this one over here. And there we go. Follow the stream. Dedication, trust, future rivers and oceans. This is the flow of energy. There is something, there's a dedication on your pathway. The dedication is answering this call. Dedication to your own purpose, your own mission, your own energy, your own intuition, your own spiritual growth. And it's following the stream, which is not knowing where you're going, but going with the flow. This is that surrender energy. This is that free flowing energy. Could be something to do with water cleansing for some. And we've got king tide, plenty, prosperity, receiving the fullness of life. Exactly. Jupiter, the gatherer. We've got this expansion energy. We have this real abundant energy, this positive energy, this more than energy. But that could be showing right now, especially with while this transition goes into is taking place towards the end of the week. And as we go into Cancer season, this could look like lack right now, because polar is the same, two sides of the same coin. So if you're feeling deeply in lack of something or in fear of something, it's because you're being positioned to go on this pathway. So if that feels exacerbated, this is probably why. But there is a real plentiful energy and a prosperous energy. It's like you are master of the waves here with this king tide energy. I'm going to get one more for you as well. Deep sea diving, wave the mystic, learn through experiencing in depths. Yes, it's all about the experience, and it's all about the inner depths of your own emotions, your own journey, and understanding that. Because it's like when we understand something else in ourselves, and when we understand something in our Chiron energy, perhaps. And when we have this realization, this release, this healing, it's that we're healing the energy of that part. It's not just for ourselves. When we heal something, it heals it heals our ancestral line. It heals the emotion within our collective, within our community, within our family, within our relationships, within our business. There's an energy that is that that is pushed through when that healing happens, which has a knock-on effect to other people. So it's like when we realize it for everybody. When we have that healing, we have the healing for everybody. There's something very with this being the collective reading as well. I mean, that's always the case, but with this coming out in the collective reading, that feels very strong. Okay, let's see, before we just get some last words of wisdom, any, I feel like I want to clarify something, but I'm not quite sure which, what we're clarifying. Okay, let's have a look at this tower. What do we need to know about this tower, please, Spirit? Okay. So we're clarifying a major life event with a major life event. So there's definitely some movement here. We've got the Magician. You're going to realize that you are the source of your own power. And you're going to realize that what that you means, because that you means oneness. You're going to realize the source of that power. You're going to realize that you have everything that you need. You're going to realize this masculine doing spiritual energy that lies within you. You're going to realize your divine masculine energy. And anything that is not divine masculine energy, anything that is from a place of striving to be successful, striving to create from a place of obligation rather than desire or passion, you're gonna drop it this week. If you've been working on a project and then literally all of a sudden, or you've been involved in something, and it's obviously going to be different for everybody, but if you've been involved in something and then you say this week, do you know what, this isn't working for me, I'm done. This is that energy. This is the tower moment. You're letting go of a burden so that you are free to create from this divine masculine energy. Very nice. And this is because we are shining now, viewer. We are shining. Okay, let's see what this, let's see more about this Eight of Wands. What do we need to know about this Eight of Wands? Oh, okay, we've got the illusion card. Yes. You're going to quickly get clarity with this energy that's coming in this week. And you'll make a decision quickly because you're going to be from your heart space rather than your head space, moving from head space, knowledge space, Gemini, into heart space, emotional decisions, Cancer. So this is about where you want to be at home, where do you want to be showing up, the choices that you really want to make, because it's the choice that you really want to make that's important here, not what you uh, feel obligated to do or feel like you should be doing, or just because habitually, maybe that's why. Yeah, so there's going to be a decision that comes in very quickly. Once it happens, it's like it happens really quickly. Let's have a look at this Five of Pentacles. So it's like you've just felt a bit disconnected with this Five of Pentacles energy. Yeah, we've got the Wheel. It's shifting. So where you might have felt disconnected, there's this bit of Hermit energy coming through with this as well, where you felt like maybe something you were disappointed that something didn't happen. You're going to understand why that didn't happen. There's a redirection. There's for sure a redirection. Something that didn't happen in the past. This isn't happening this week. Something that didn't happen in the past. And we've got Judgment. Yeah, you've got clarifying. You've got 3 major arcana. Okay. Do you remember what we were saying about the release for all energy? This judgment, when there's like this judgment energy, when we've taken all of the actions that we can take, when we're right at the end of a cycle, just before the end of a cycle, and because we've got Judgment and then the World, and then we go back to the Fool energy with the major arcana. So we're very close to the end of a cycle, and this is the point of the release of everything. This is the release of everything that holds us back. This is the healing that we have learned. This is the Chiron healing. This is the deepest wound, because we're right at the end of our journey here with this Judgment card. But this is where we release as a collective. So if you release energy that is healing, like like a broken heart, or something that has been painful within a romantic relationship or within a business relationship, that is a collective healing with this energy. And I feel like the spirit's just saying that this is going to be quite large in the collective this week, this type of healing and release. So that's very supportive, because once it's happened once, it's easier for somebody else, and then it's easier for the person after that, and so on and so on and so on. And if you take that through time, and if everybody does that, that's kind of how we can help each other out, especially when with people that we don't know or don't interact with. We've got another major arcana to clarify this. Major rebirth. I mean, we've had that all over, right? So there's a lot of changing pathway here, big transformation. We're going on a complete new journey. We're coming out of anything that feels restrictive, and there's a rebirth here. There's the death of a part of the ego that's at play. Okay. So anything else you want the viewer to know, please, Spirit? Anything else for the viewer? It's this one, yep. Oh, we've got personal victory. 6 of Wands. Spirit want you to know that you are on a winner here, regardless of what this might look like or how you might be going into it. I feel like this might be very intense, perhaps as we go towards the end of the week. Okay, let's get some final words of wisdom from Spirit for you, viewer, as you go on this pathway forward this week. Okay. Let's get some words of guidance for the viewer, please, Spirit, for this energy. Okay. Yes. We have Black Bear, Guardian. Gentle and wise protector, give me your confidence and power. Help me protect the ones I love. Awaken my intuition and guide me. So this is you working with spirit. Do you remember we said before there might be a shift or a change in your spiritual gifts, or just how you connect to your intuition, or how you connect to something. There's going to be a movement in that area, but the people that are looking after you, they will guide you. So it's like the gentleness of allowing yourself to be guided on a spiritual pathway. And we have Horse, freedom. Your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls you. Amazing. You have unlimited reserves of stamina and strength. You follow the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. Wow. I mean, what a message to end on. The horses might mean something to you. Horses are very healing, very wise, very healing, very giving um, energies, very giving animals. Um, I want to say, for some of you, let somebody help you this week. If it resonates and if it feels true, even if you feel a bit worried, let somebody help you. And that could be through some kind of spiritual ceremony. That could be something creative. There's something that somebody else is going to help you with, somebody you know, or perhaps somebody that you don't know. Somebody's going to help you shift something to step into this purpose pathway. There's big North Node energy here for you. Amazing. Okay, viewer, I hope that that's given you some understanding of the energy that's going to be around this week in the collective, and how that might be impacting you. It's going to be a big week of personal transformation, and I hope you've got some words of wisdom and guidance from Spirit there, just to help through your journey. Thank you for watching the reading with me, as always, and I will catch you next time. Take care.